Hey, I'm Lani,
I'm Charlie.
and today we are talking about celebrating you.
Yay!
Yes, so today is actually our 10th episode.
I had to do it quietly, y'all. We didn't want to make a whole lot of noise.
Yeah, yes.
So we have made it to 10.
Yeah, it went by quick.
It did go by quick. Yeah.
Very quick.
Very quick. So we are on episode 10, guys. Kind of excited. So I think that's why we named it Celebrating You, because we're celebrating ourselves. So we got a little charcuterie board. We got some wine. We got some cupcakes and a little hat. I'm not putting it on my head because I know how black girls are with the hair. But today we are not just celebrating ourselves, but we're just celebrating. We're not just celebrating the episode, but we're celebrating ourselves too. So, yay!
For sure.
I'm gonna be eating when I do this because I'm starving, y'all. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I'm so hungry. I was never supposed to get the charcuterie board. I was going in to get cupcakes, and when I got there, I was starving. That's why I don't go into the store, especially when I'm hungry. But I was like, ooh, and I'm eating that. So, excuse me for my crackers, but yeah. So, when we think about celebrating you, what are ways that you celebrate yourself? We know the answer to this, y'all, but I just wanted to say it out loud.
I know. She did that on purpose. She did that on purpose. So I really don't celebrate myself, to be honest. I'm all for showing up and celebrating other people. I think the way that I do try to be intentional about celebrating certain things is like I'll get a Starbucks coffee, or
we know she loves her Starbucks, y'all.
I do. I do. But I feel like I just do really small things like that for myself.
Okay. So she about to be mad at me, y'all.
What in the world?
So today, because I've been telling her to bring a book, y'all, and she ain't brought one. But I brought one. Okay? I brought it when she first put it out. And we're gonna kind of a little bit celebrate her today and her being an author. Because she doesn't celebrate herself a lot. Y'all see her face? It is ridiculous.
Yes, I'm trying.
But you need to celebrate your book.
I feel like I did at the book signing.
You did. Now we're gonna let all our audience know that you also have a book. Okay? And I'm so proud of her, y'all, because I got a little note. Cute. I'm so proud of her because this book, as you can tell, I don't read in it and everything. So I actually do read the book. And I'm so proud of her because she's showing women that they can make it out of a toxic relationship. Because I think I have never had a non-toxic relationship in my life. So it just helps really, really good. And it helps me because it helps me see like I can keep going and that, you know, I'm more than enough and that I'm doing the right thing by choosing myself or me over wanting to have a companionship. And everyone who knows me knows I am feeling like my clock is ticking and I am going to be old and crippled and a cat lady. So, but the book has helped me to be able to do that. And so for 5 seconds, I wanted to celebrate Lani.
I appreciate it.
Because we are celebrating ourselves. And I'm going to leave her alone after this. I'm not going to bother her no more. I think I bother her every episode.
I think you do. Yep. I think you do it on purpose. Yeah.
But I just want her to see that, and like, she's just doing such great things. And she's been doing DV for a long time. Like, I met her through her DV advocacy. And so the fact that she has a book out and she is telling people that they can make it no matter what, I think is a wonderful thing. So, so one way that she said that she celebrated herself was the book signing, which I was so proud of her because she didn't really want to do the book signing. And I don't know what made her decide, like, fuck it, I'm going to do it. But
yeah, I think, honestly, the celebration part of it wasn't even a reason why I went through with it. It was more so because I just wanted to get people together. I think that discussion part, like I like doing stuff like that. And so the discussion part was interesting.
It was interesting. She had a cousin. We was kind of on the same pathway. And she was so pretty. Her cousin was so pretty. There's another lady that I felt in my soul. I could have got that for you, friend. It's okay. Y'all pay for my friend. So, there was one lady. Y'all, she pissed me off so bad. I just stopped talking. I told Lani I'm done talking. I told Lani I was done talking. I said, yeah. But then her cousin took over and wear her for fifth. So I love that for me because maybe because she was about to get it. But I think a lot of times I think we both decide that we just don't want. Like, I went all out today, y'all, to celebrate us. Like, I got us some wine. I got some cupcakes. Like I said, I got the security guard that I'm over here tearing up. I got us some hats. I got us the little blowy thingies. These, I don't even know what these are called. These, I got these. And the reason why I did it is because neither one of us are great at celebrating ourselves. And a lot of people don't know that about 3 weeks ago, I was like trying to hang this up. Because I didn't know if people were feeling it. Like, I look at the numbers, y'all. Like, I look at everything. I look at the numbers. I look at interaction. I look at all of that. I'm like, it's just getting out. There's the right person hearing this, right? And I'm looking at the numbers. I'm like, no. And I'm looking at other podcasts, and I'm like, And just for me, I was like, well, maybe this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. But I had to have a come into Jesus moment, right? And we stayed. So we're going to continue Lani's vision of her soft space.
What? This was Charlie's vision.
Why do you do that?
Do you see how we're talking about celebrating ourselves and how she
Why would you do that?
passed the buck?
Because I don't need nobody. It's Lani's vision, right? And I told and I keep telling people that, and people just don't listen. But I just feel like continuing on with her vision is. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I'm confused. This was Charlie's vision. I don't understand.
Why are you always confused?
You told the whole... I was confused. Yes.
She's always confused.
I am very confused right now. I am.
I think that's her favorite line. I'm gonna look at every video and like I'm gonna count how many times she tells me she's confused.
Probably every episode. It's probably at some point every episode.
At least twice. Every episode. Anyway, so I think that, us going and continuing has been.
I think it's good. I think it's a positive it's a positive space. And then being that we give other people the opportunity to come and they talk about their businesses, but it's not just about their businesses. Like they always end up engaging in current women's issues or just things that impact women, period. And so you get to see the human side of them. Kind of like what Charlie said in a prior episode, like outside of all the titles, the letters behind people's names, one thing that I have noticed is that the guests that come onto the podcast episodes are able to be themselves. So they don't have to, I guess, adopt any kind of persona or any of that. You literally come in, you can feel the vibe, feel the energy. And a lot of them are like, oh, okay. And so they kind of get in with us in terms of just be yourself. Just be yourself.
Because I'm sure in the hell gonna be mine.
We know.
Y'all see what my shirt say? This is my favorite shirt. One of my favorite shirts. Okay. And every time I wear this shirt, y'all know what I do? I call my son's dad and I make sure he can see the shirt. And he just looks at the shirt like, you like wearing that shirt, don't you? I'm like, you ain't said it's a lie. And he just like, yeah, okay, sir. Have a good one. This is my favorite shirt though, y'all. I bought it like a few months ago. About a year ago, maybe. Oh well. But this is my personality. Stuff like this is my personality. And people come and they be looking like, they even ask us like, do I gotta dress up?
Oh no.
No, but they're like, well, y'all be dressed up. Charlie, you be dressed up. I'm like, that's not dressed up.
Yeah, we don't. Y'all know I don't dress up. I have on sneakers half the time. Like I have on sneakers today. Yeah.
This is just how I dress all the time. Like for me, this is not a dress up. Like literally. On the cruise, this is how I dress. When I'm out, this is how I dress.
Y'all, I gotta tell this story. So not the cruise this past year, the prior year. Y'all know Charlie was out in the ocean with like full face makeup. She had her little accessories and everything. So when she is sitting here telling y'all that this is her every day, it literally is her every day. Every day.
And you know what's crazy? Somebody was like, why do you have full face makeup? They was like, can you swim? I was like, yeah, but I'm not getting under the water. I got lashes on. They was like, why you got lashes on the ocean? I was like, do you think I'm about to look a mess just because we in another country? And they was like, you are so extra. Thank you for noticing. Okay? Thank you for noticing, okay? Because I really don't be going. I mean, and I have gotten better now to where I don't wear as much makeup every single day. Because there are some days where I'm just like, you know what? I don't gotta wear it. And plus, I'm not in the industry as much anymore either. So I'm not in the esthetician world. I'm not in the makeup world. So I don't have to do it as often as I used to do. And I'm just like not having to have that billboard all the time. But I literally. I'm not going looking crazy nowhere. Cause who? And I look good with no makeup on, but I take the time to do it every single time. Full face in the ocean.
Literally in the ocean. I was
the
like,
Bahamas.
oh, dog. Like, okay. Like I done fell off because I definitely did not have on any. I don't think I had on any makeup. I might have had some lashes on or something. But yeah, I was like, okay. And whoever that was talking to her was absolutely mesmerized. I'm gonna be honest, I was a little concerned. I said to Mike, and me and Charlie wasn't even talking like that. But I just noticed like this dude was like on her, and I'm like, okay, so not physically on her, but just like really engaged or what have you. And I had said to Mike, like, do we need to like just keep our eye out to make sure like he don't try to stalk her back to the ship? Because he was just mesmerized.
That dude he had a hookah spot. He ended up taking me and like three other girls that was on the cruise with us to his hookah spot, gave us free hookah, got me a free drink. Everybody else had to pay for theirs, of course, but got me a free drink. Wow. We exchanged Instagrams. I don't even have that Instagram no more, so I don't have any contact with him now. But he was cool. He was cool.
Over in the Bahamas.
Having a ball, baby. I was having a whole ball. Yeah. There was so much going on that cruise too that we'll get into that story another day because I don't got time.
It's always something going on the cruise.
Jesus Christ, these folks don't know how to act. They get out of the Americas and just stupid. I'm gonna tell y'all, it's my son daddy. That's who the one that's stupid. That's the stupid one. Anyway, next. Okay, so gotta feel myself getting on the soapbox. And I don't want to get on that today. So, but yeah, I had me some fun in the Bahamas. I had me a ball. I had so much fun. That's why I be going every year, because I be having a ball by myself. I was in the ocean by myself. I be having a ball. And that's how I celebrate myself too, going on these cruises. This year my daughter's going with me. So I'm interested in how this is gonna go. But I celebrate myself in those ways. Going on the cruises and like going I take myself out often. Typically like once a week, even if it's a small thing. Like I love Miss Tokyo. Y'all know that. Y'all done heard that name several times. Like I take myself out. I usually try to take myself out if it's if I don't have a long time. If I got 40 minutes, then I'm gonna go to Miss Tokyo because I can get in and get out. But if I have a good little minute to sit down and actually enjoy, I will take myself out to lunch. Yesterday I went to Stone Creek. I went with a friend, or Creek Stone. Well, either way, it's where Chips used to be in Greensboro. And
what was Chips?
Trips.
Oh, Trips. Yeah. Okay.
So it's called
We don't have a Trips no more.
No, friend, we don't have a Trips no more. Now it's called Stone Creek or Creek Stone. Either way, those two words are involved. Them croissants that they had yesterday, they were so sweet. It was $7. So the thing is about this place is a little on the pricey side. $7 for like croissants. But it was like 5 croissants.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it's like 5 croissants. And instead of them giving you bread at the table, you kind of just got to pay for the bread. But I went there yesterday with a friend, with my homegirl, and that was really good. Like, I was supposed to take the breads home so Minnie could taste them. I ate all but one. I went to the coffee shop afterwards, and I was drinking my coffee, and they didn't have any pastries, like any, like, it just didn't, the pastries they had didn't look appealing.
Oh.
And so I was like, I'm not eating this. And so I ended up eating them croissants while drinking my coffee and doing my project.
I wanna be able to go to a coffee shop and work. Maybe one day I can do that.
You just gotta put it in your schedule.
Yeah. Because I be feeling chained to my desk.
Instead of working behind your desk, just be like, okay, I'm gonna go to a coffee shop and sit.
The problem is getting up and going.
Yeah, I get that. And I go often, especially now with my work schedule changed, because I work at the country bar, and I usually work in the afternoon. So I go in the morning before I have to go to work, if I get up. But the days that I'm not working, like today after we record, I'm going to work on a project. I'm not going to a coffee shop though. I'm just going to a co-space. But And I'll enjoy it because I just drink my coffee. And I usually sit near the window, except for if I go to Common Grounds. If I go to Common Grounds and I usually sit, there's no window, but the chair is comfortable and I can relax. The space I like is more comfortable than the window. But AWU has a nice window area. It is dog friendly though. But I only seen one dog so far. So and then I love Northern Roots. The whole place is light, but they close at 5, and that's what pisses me off about them. Them in the bookstore that's right beside them. I can't remember the name. It's like a S Books or something, but that has a bar and a coffee shop inside of it too. They just don't have any, like, it's all books up front, and then when you walk to the back, there's space and it's bright. It's just that when you look outside, it's the Biltmore building. You know, the hotel that's down there. They shut it down now. I just realized that 2 days ago.
What street are we? Where are we at?
Elm Street is off. The entrance is off Elm Street, but the back of the building is that street over. Anyway, there's several coffee shops downtown, and I just take a tour to go to different ones. And I would love to go to Northern Roots so much more, but they close at 5. Which is fine if I go get something to eat. Like, I left that bookstore. I can't remember the name of it. I know the name. I just don't know how to pronounce it. So I don't want to screw it up. It's like the word is S something books. And I just end up going to Stupple Skipskin, who has Wi-Fi, and I want to go eat.
I know where they are.
Okay. I walked about a block and a half. But I needed my steps. That's how I got my 30 minutes in walking the other day. So those are ways that I celebrate myself.
So why is it important to celebrate yourself? What do you think?
So the thing is with celebrating yourself, you don't want to forget the small milestones. So again, I went to go get some stuff for us, and it was because, yes, 10 is a small milestone, right? To other people. Not to us.
About to say what?
Because we are very happy about it. But to other people, they're like, oh, it's just 10. They only did 10. Some people do 300. And you're right. But for us, it was the fact that we got here. Especially with my thinking, we're not two famous chicks around here where we say stuff and it's sold out and it's 50 million people. That's not us, right? And so to still be going with I think we got like a steady 100 that pays attention to us at all times. Like, you know what I'm saying? To still keep going and pulling and keeping that attention and growing. And I talk about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, to have that and still keep pushing through, and it's not obstacles through us, but just making sure that the people hear us. Like, you want to celebrate what we have done. Yeah,
for sure. I don't think even like when we first started, I guess I didn't realize that having or being on a podcast would cause me to have to be so like transparent. I guess I knew it on the surface, but to actually like do it and then like the way in which we do it, like we actually talk a little bit before episodes, especially like episodes that might be a little bit heavier or could potentially go that way. Like we really will sit down and have a whole conversation. That was the part that I didn't expect. It's good, but I didn't even think about that at all. And so like having things, creating content and stuff like that, that stuff is work.
Golly, yes, Lord. And, y'all, I got a bloopers coming out. It's going to be out before this episode. But I got bloopers of Lani, and boy, I've been working on it since yesterday. All yesterday, I'm looking for a piece of something online. I mean, it's driving me insane to be honest with you. But it's gonna be out before the week is over. I can't wait. It's funny already. It is. But it's hard work, but it's at the same time, it's just like it's something that we're doing, and it's healing in a way. Those who know my personal brand, Healing with Luxury, I focus on healing, and this podcast, whether it's just me and Lani together or we have a guest, is a very healing process. Things that we have to talk about, because yeah, stuff that I wouldn't say in public, I say in this building in front of this camera. I am definitely a person who would not normally say stuff because it's just I keep to myself. I'm very much to myself. If I speak to you, you're probably the only person I'm speaking to in the room. Like anybody, it's like I'm not somebody who be like, hey! I'm not that person. You know,
Charlie is more of a people person than I am.
I allow people to speak to me. And I don't mean that in a cocky way. I'm like, oh, hey. And I think it's because like I used to work at a makeup company. And the boss used to be like, even if you don't know their names, hey, she don't call people sugar, nothing like that. I do. But she just like, because usually when we are, it used to be like name tags. Well, hey, Sarah, they name on the tag. She don't know their name. Yeah. So I think like when I was working with her, because I'm very much more in, like, if you know my real personality, like, it takes a little minute to pull. I'm like an ogre with onions, pull the layers back. But with her, like, she taught me how to, like, engage with people even when you aren't comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So when people like, hey, Charlie, it looks like I'm a people person. I'm not. I don't like people. But I learned to put a mask on and be like, oh, hey, how are you, boo? Oh, it's so good to see you. And as soon as people leave, I just be like, all right. Like, so, I mean, I'm not that much of a people person. I just know how to fake it till I make it. And it's not because I don't like people. It's just I'm weird and I know I'm weird. So I just rather stick to myself.
Very similar.
I'm not weird, y'all.
I am. I can be very weird, awkward, and goofy.
Now, goofy is one thing. I can't wait to show y'all the blooper.
That's just because when I'm standing up and I'm looking at myself, if you notice, you probably won't see any pictures on my Instagram or Facebook of me like standing up posing because it's very awkward for me.
Because the one time we done did it a couple times, y'all. And it usually when y'all see the one picture, it's usually 10 behind it.
Yeah. It might, yeah. 10 takes. For sure, yeah. Yeah. I don't know, I've just always been that way. Always.
How can we make it to where we can celebrate ourselves more? Like, what are ways we can do that?
I think if we could start thinking about things in terms of, if it were a friend, what would you tell that friend? For some reason, it's like you have to remove yourself initially, like, from it, and think about it in terms of, well, that's for me, in terms of like, what would you tell a client, or what would you tell a friend to do that had finished a book or whatever? I think one of the first things that I do is when my clients tell me that they've done something, it's like, oh, did you take a moment to celebrate? Did you take a moment to reflect on the process of even getting there? Because all of that is important too, to remember, like the smaller steps along the way that led to you accomplishing your goal. That's just like if you go to school for a degree and on graduation day, a lot of times you end up thinking, I hope, about what your journey was like to get there, the sacrifices, the long nights, the many times you probably wanted to give up. So I think it's similar.
So you have to think about the stuff you would tell your clients.
Mm-hmm.
Do you listen to that?
No, I have to force myself to think about it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't always take that advice. And I don't realize it until like something happens. Negative something happens. Then it's like, oh, you're doing this wrong. you should have. You should have celebrated yourself. Yeah. Yeah.
So do you think that people can get into the habit of celebrating themselves, or do they just gotta be forced over the head, like banged on the head with it?
I mean, I think there are some people who don't have a problem with celebrating themselves at all. I think they look for a reason to celebrate, whether it's them or somebody else. But for people who don't, I feel like it takes a little bit of extra work to even get there, because you would have to change the way that you process stuff or the way that you think about stuff. Like your perspective of yourself. If you're a person that puts yourself on the back burner constantly for everybody else, like me, because I do that. I will inconvenience myself to make sure somebody else is straight.
I get that. I've done that. I do that. I think honestly, people laugh at me when I say this, but when I had Simon, a switch went off in me, because having many, like everything, it was either like work to make sure that me and this kid didn't go homeless, me and this kid, you know what I'm saying? Because I did deal with homelessness at one point. I wasn't technically like really homeless. It was more so like, I had to go live with my mom. But just the fact that I didn't have my own place, like, you know what I'm saying? Like having to deal with that, and then make sure I didn't want to do that, and then make sure I still showed attention to her, even though I didn't always do good at showing her the attention that she needed, because it was neglect. I wasn't neglecting her on purpose, but it was just more so like I was working. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So looking back now, like, dang, you neglected your kid for some money, and then I wasn't always doing what I was supposed to get that. And so when I had Simon, you can't have a kid sit at the house by themselves at that age. So it forced me to find jobs. It forced me to find space so that I can spend time with this kid, because I can't just leave this kid. And it's not like many where I had like my mom and I had her dad. It's not like that. It's me. And before people read into it, his dad is A1 applesauce, but he's busier than me. I'm busy, but his dad is like nonstop train. Like it's all the time. Like, you know how those trains are, like they drive, stop, drop somebody off, pick somebody up, and keep going. That's what his dad does. That's his daddy's life. And so I just don't have the availability to be like, oh, so can you get your kid? Like, it has to be on a like, are you doing this today? Can you get your son? No, you can't get him. Okay, let me figure it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? or or what do you need to make sure that you got what what I'm saying? Like we just I had to realize that like I'm not a single mom, but I live as one.
Mm-hmm.
Those wives they say like she's married, but she's a single mom. Like, no, we're not married, but I live in that instance of a single mom, even though he does what he can. So it's just like I had to force myself to slow down. And I had to force myself to say, okay, this is the job I want. This is how much money I want. This is a job that can give me that. What can I do to ensure that my kid doesn't miss me completely throughout the day? Mm-hmm. So if that means I got to tell these jobs I'm not available until 4 or 5 o'clock, that's what that means. No, I'm not putting him to bed, but that's okay. He had me all morning. We ate breakfast. We ate lunch. Mm-hmm. We did a snack. We went outside. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time for me to go to work. He's going to be at the daycare. And or he's going to be with his sister. It is what it is, like stuff like that. But it made me, there was times where I used to work in the morning. Minnie goes to school. I go to work. And I would not get home until after Minnie was like, needed to be in bed. Mm-hmm. I never celebrated. People be like, Charlie, you going to come out? No, I'm working. I literally was on the phone just before we pushed play with my cousin. She's like, are you going to be working on XYZ? I was like, nah, I took it off. Like, I'm learning to take time off. Time off. Like, yeah. Yeah.
Yes, that has been a struggle for me. I'm definitely working on my birthday.
You are working on your birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you take it off?
No. I don't know. I think so. When I know that I have like vacations planned or whatever, it's like instead of me just calculating stuff out, which I will do that too, but I just feel like, oh, anything could come up, and so let me try to save this time. Yeah, I talked myself out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, one year I worked on my birthday at Bavante Cosmetics. I heard that name before. Mm-hmm. And I worked on my birthday, and I was supposed to get off at like 5, I think. Either 5 or 6. Either way is I did not get off at that time. I was reorganizing something that she had asked me to organize, and out of nowhere, I just had a mental break, like a break, and it was crying. It's my birthday. And then the thing is, I didn't really even tell them that it was my birthday. So it was my first year. Mm-hmm. Like I had been working there, September to October, November. They didn't really people don't really look at your application like when is their birthday. You know what I'm saying? So I worked. I didn't tell anyone it was my birthday. I didn't have any special like, oh, it's my birthday type thing. It was just like I came into work and did my job. And then like out of nowhere, I just like one of the girls did know it was my birthday. And she's like, why are you still here? I was like, I got to do this. She's like, why didn't you tell her it was her birthday? She called our boss like, it's Charlie's birthday. And she's sitting here and she's crying now because she's trying to fix this drawer that I didn't even touch, y'all. The other girls should have been cleaning it, but they never would. But to make my job easier, I needed to clean it. So otherwise, my job would be so much harder. So I had to take it out to fix it to do my job. And I just started crying like, I was so mad. It was like, why would y'all mess this up? It's already like, just put it back where you found it. Like, I do this every 2 weeks. Why? And I was crying, and the next day my boss came with like balloons and cupcakes. Like, I did not know it was your birthday. Why did you not tell anybody? Oh. And that's the last year. That was 2016. That's the last year I have not. I don't care if I'm not going nowhere. I'm not working.
Yeah. 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 I don't know. I think the concept or the thought of it being my birthday, I have all these different like ideas of stuff to do. And I'm so big on telling everybody else, make sure you take the time sometime on your birthday to reflect back over the past year, give yourself, credit and grace for the things that you came through. And then also even any negative or challenging times, like to even consider that stuff too. Figure out what it is you want to take into your next year and what you want to leave back there in the previous year, what you want your upcoming year to look like. Like I have all these different things that you can do. Do it, make it a you day. Like if you enjoy like spa type of things. Yeah, I have a whole gift card still sitting on my desk at my house for a free massage. And I have not.
Oh, you need to cancel. We need to go ahead and cancel and tell everybody you're not gonna be there.
I haven't gone yet. I have not. So yeah, definitely a work in progress for me. So maybe that'll be one of my things on my birthday, is to make a promise to myself that I will celebrate myself more, prioritize myself more.
You're a wife, you're a mom, you're a therapist, you're an author, a podcaster. You got all that under your belt. At what point are you taking the time to just be like, y'all, I'm effing full. My bad. I message Lani, be like, hey, Lani, let's go to this thing right here. We need to go. She'll be like, I'm working. I can't do it. I'm doing this. And she just really never makes the time for her own self. And I know I don't celebrate myself well, but if I don't celebrate myself well, times two.
Two? What? No.
Lani. Do you have to drink that much? You just do like, just have. That was a big sip.
Is it that bad? No, it is. It is. It is. It is. So
She always does this for everyone else. Yeah.
That's gonna be my thing this upcoming year. So I'm saying it.
We supposed to be celebrating her book, y'all. We ain't been out to dinner yet. We're gonna go to dinner 2027 to celebrate her book.
I hope another one will be out by then sometime.
We're gonna be celebrating book one by the time two come out.
Yeah.
See, that's ridiculous.
No, I'm making a promise to myself. I'm gonna have to write it down. I need a visual reminder. Did y'all have? So, what are the things that remind you to celebrate yourself?
Simon, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
And I don't always call it a celebration. My watch is telling me to get up. I don't always call it a celebration. And just sometimes a breather. And I like, oh, let me get a coffee because I did this, or working on my project. Like when I go to the next step, or if I finish one part of it, then I'm like, oh, I can get myself a coffee. Which I have started to. Part of my celebrations is kind of like intertwined with the fact that I've started to take time out for my own personal self, because I wasn't doing that before, because of all the working. And if I wasn't working, then I was being a mom, a daughter, whatever. But I just try to say, oh, well, you have a few extra dollars, let's do this. I've just tried to like do things I like doing. More. Let me buy myself. I bought myself a carpet because I'm redecorating my room, but I can only do it if I made a certain goal.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I need some ideas on visual reminders to stop and celebrate, because I don't really have any. I have a big vision board from 2024. behind,
Friend.
hanging up on my wall. So I try to look at that from time to time, like, oh, I did do that. It might be 2 pictures on there. No, it's more than 2 now. But it's probably just a small portion of that vision board that I have completed.
So maybe, friend, you can do like once a month, no matter the day.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look and say, what do I have to do? Or what might I have to do? What does Mike got to do? Am I going with Mike? No, hell no. Every month,
Mm-hmm.
choose a day where you would just, like, maybe after your session today, you can look at your calendar and just set your day. And then on that day, don't schedule anything because you have, y'all, I'm the queen of calendar. Lani would get a calendar request from me so freaking quick.
Yes.
Yeah, I use the calendar so much that my son's dad gets a calendar request. He'd be like,
oh, wow.
Oh, no, don't play. He would get a calendar request. So I got this, so I got that, so I got this. Oh, baby. And it's color coordinated. Everything that's her soft space is pink. Everything that belongs to Simon is red. Everything that belongs to Minnie is teal. Everything that belongs to school for me is yellow. I used to do my jobs, like when I used to work, I used to put them in there too. I used to be color coordinated, depending on the job. Like one job was gray, one job was, and I'm about to go back to it so I can schedule around it.
Yeah.
When I tell y'all I don't play, look, A&T got something that I want to go to. It's gonna be yellow in my calendar. Somebody want to go on a lunch date, it's in my calendar. I would ask you, what's your address? Somebody wanted to go to the farmer's market. I said, what's your email? I put it in my calendar and sent them the email request. They was like, oh, you sent me an email? Yeah. So that way, we both don't forget. Okay. Every time we have a recording, 30 minutes before, there is a reminder.
Yes, there is. Yep. Because I got it. I was like, oh, yeah, we are recording today.
I see.
I was like, okay.
Baby. You ain't gonna say, oh, I don't remember that. Yes, you do, because it's in my calendar. And I say everything. If it is pertaining to the kids, they have their colors. If pertaining to me, I have 3 different colors: job, school, and work. But I don't put work in as much as I used to. But I'm about to start putting it back in my calendar because I had told myself I needed to, because I had birthday parties in my calendar. Like,
yeah.
If it got a date, it's going in. And maybe you just need to reschedule yourself for that.
Because I mean, like, I have a planner, so I try to write everything down, and then like I have one of those big wall.
But do you use those? Like,
I use the planner that I take with me pretty much like everywhere. Sometimes though, I don't remember to write things down in it. And so then I have to like remember, because it's almost like I get this feeling like I know it was something else I was supposed to do today, and it's not in my planner, so I don't know. So maybe going that route where I can get reminders and stuff like that on the phone would be helpful.
Because as soon as me and you be talking, you get it before we even hang up.
Yeah.
Because if not, I won't forget. And I know people think that it's a lot, but honestly, like, I won't remember. I will not remember. And if I don't do it, then yesterday I had an appointment that I did not have my phone on me, and I said, oh, I'll put it in there. Of course, I got up from that meeting, forgot. The lady was knocking on my door yesterday, and at first I was going to ignore my door. And something said, you need to get up. So I had to get up, and she was at the door, and I was like, oh, shit. That was today.
Oh.
Because I hadn't put it in my calendar.
Yeah. That's an ongoing thing for me, getting organized.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Maybe I could schedule the celebration.
Mm-hmm. Take yourself out to dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Go to lunch. Something. Take a longer lunch, you know?
Yeah. Yep. We'll see.
That's like a hell no to me, y'all.
I'm gonna do it. So I don't want to like just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. And I know later I'm gonna be like, well, yeah. So
It took me a long time to want to celebrate myself or even get time with myself or take myself out or take a break. Like it took a long time for me to get to that space. It did. Because I always felt guilty. Then I used to always feel like after I felt guilty, then I would feel like people looking at me because I ain't got no friends to sit with me at lunch. And now I'm just like,
I used to be that way. I used to have to practice being by myself, like going out to lunch by myself. It was a real fear. I tried to say, I would be looking at the time like, okay, you got to sit here at least 30 minutes. You got to sit here at least 30 minutes. Order something to drink, order an appetizer. You don't have to do a whole entree. Now, yes, absolutely. Because I'm not tied to nobody else. I'm not needed to do anything in that moment. I can literally just think about me. And a lot of times, I would bring like a journal or something. I have to write like all the time if I have downtime. Like how does this feel? Does this feel good for you? Okay, it does feel good. Well, you need to do this more often. So yeah. We'll get back to it though. We'll get back to it. I would love to know what ways you guys celebrate yourselves or what helps you to even remember to celebrate yourself, especially when life gets busy and you're being pulled in so many different directions. What are some ways that you remind yourself?
right. One of the things I think about that we haven't touched on yet, though, is okay, we talk about celebrating ourselves, but I know one of my weaknesses is allowing other people to celebrate me.
Yes. I can't even give you nothing on that.
I am such a gift giver, y'all. Like I love giving gifts. And if Lani wouldn't have made it very clear that she hates me giving her gifts, she probably would have got a gift. She didn't say it in that way, but she definitely made it clear that I might have gotten beat up just a little bit.
I definitely know.
I didn't say she said. I said she just made it clear. She definitely is not a fake because she feels like she owes me.
Yeah. Yeah. When people give me gifts, for some reason, in my mind, I'm like, okay, am I reciprocating? Okay, well, what can I do the next time? Or it takes real effort for me to just be, because somebody told me one time, like, that's an insult when you say that. Because if somebody is giving you something just because it's just out of the goodness of their heart, or that's just the type of person that they are, for you to then try to come back and be like, oh, well, I feel like I owe you this, or I feel like, okay, next time then I'm gonna do this kind of a thing. That's kind of like an insult for people who genuinely are just giving out of the goodness of their hearts.
Right. I agree with whoever said that, because my thing is, okay, so y'all, I talk about Sai's dad a lot because he's here, but he is not a gift giver. Just not something like he'll give you stuff like like if he knows I like something, then he'll go get it and bring it to me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But he's not a gift giver. And I'm a little afraid to even see what a gift might be. I just, that's not him. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect a gift because that's not him. And I also made him do a love language test so I know what his love language is, right?
Okay.
So one time I gave him a Christmas gift. He was like, oh, now I gotta get you something. I feel so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, I wanted to smack the hell. I'm like, first off, if you didn't think about giving me a gift and I gave you a gift, why the fuck do you think it's okay to now go find something that you think I might like that I'm probably not gonna like to get back to me? Right? Because his love language, he speaks it very loudly. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I had to learn, before I got with dealt with him, like I had to learn about the different love languages that people will give you, the different love languages in different ways. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So for me, if I get you a gift, I don't, unless I say, like for my birthday, I said, I want gifts this year. I told everybody I want a gift. You walk in this door, I want a gift. I just do. That's what I want for my birthday. I want people to physically give me something, right? But unless I say that to you, unless I say we are having a gift exchange, I don't expect anything because I gave it to you out of the kindness of my heart. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you two are the only two people who do and say stuff like that. And maybe it's a Gemini thing.
Oh, no.
But, and y'all know I don't like Geminis. But I just be looking like, what? Because if I give you it, I don't expect it back. If I buy you a drink, I don't expect you to say, oh, I'm going to give you your money back. Or I'm going to buy you a drink. I got the next round. I hate that. Oh, I got the next round. Baby, I don't even want the next round. I'm buying myself a drink. Do you want one? Oh, well, I got the next round. For what? No, you don't. Because I don't even, this is all I'm drinking.
Yeah, that was me. I used to do that for sure. But I can see how it could be like offensive. So I tried, like when we had like our the first couple of events, it took everything in me not to show up to the next event. Like so I had to just kind of remember, what somebody once told me in terms of that. Like, you don't want to offend anybody and you don't want to come off like you're competing.
And you don't want to make it seem like I'm only doing this because you did it. No, if you ever get me something and it's out of the blue, I'm like, for me. But if you came because I got you, you only doing it because you feel obligated. That's not a gift that you want to give me.
Right.
It's, people say it's the thought that count. Like, bro, that's not a thought. You just was like, oh.
Yeah. I didn't do it though.
I appreciate that, y'all. I'm so grateful. And I'm extra too. And it's like, I bring gifts when you least expect it.
Yeah.
Is it? Really, the face.
It does.
The face. Even today is extra. She didn't know I was making all this stuff. I was just like, let's really celebrate. And I'm a big ass kid. Y'all know that. So we're probably gonna take this home. I'm gonna take this home and I'm probably gonna cut the paper for me and Bubba to be loud. But where we record at, you really can't be too loud. So I made sure to get the ones where it's just but me and Bubba gonna cut the paper and blow away. We're gonna have us a ball. But I'm just, I am. I don't understand. I don't know. I just think we should allow people to celebrate. And I hate. Let me tell you something. That's my weakness. I hate when people celebrate me. I would tell people quick in a heartbeat. Somebody asked us the other day, said, "Well, how did her soft space come about?" I said, "Oh, Lani came up with it."
Right, much like she opened up this episode saying that this was my vision, and I dare not take credit for any of that, any of it.
I think she should. So, but yeah, like I will definitely be like, oh yeah, no, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Actually, people have asked me when you weren't around, and I'd be like, oh yeah, Lani's just really.
Oh no.
There's so many people
We're
who
gonna
believe.
clarify that. Seriously.
Where did this idea come from? Like, I mean, it's all Lani, man. I'm so grateful for her. And I'd be so good, y'all. I just be like, I'm so grateful for Lani. She put me on, and I agreed right away. I'm like, oh my God, it's so great.
Wow.
I'm like, I know, right? She's so smart. I just have this whole facade. And they're like, okay, I can't wait to meet her. Yeah, you should. Even when people tag me on Facebook, I tag Lani.
She does.
People like her saw space and tag me, and I'm like, Lani.
Yeah, she does. And I don't say anything because I'm just like, no. Yeah, let me tell you this. If I was in charge, the way you would know that is there would be no posts on Facebook. There would be no posts on Instagram for our guests. They probably would not have forums. It would just be like word of mouth, I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't have thought it all the way through to that level of detail or whatever. You guys would definitely not have no calendar invites, because the one time I tried to send out calendar invites, they were for the wrong time, right day, but wrong time. And then we had people who seemed like they might have got a little irritated by that, and I had to come back and clear that up. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. The time that we agreed upon is the time that we will meet. Charlie was like, you want me to fix? Yes, please fix it, because I'm making it worse. Absolutely making it worse.
Like, she had it on, she didn't even have it on Eastern Standard Time, y'all. She didn't have it on Eastern Standard Time. I don't know how the heck she did. And like, we have the same email, y'all. We have to legit say we are in the same email. I don't know how she changed our email out of Eastern Standard Time. Like,
I don't either. I did not understand it. I did not. Jess was confused.
I was looking like, what? Okay, you don't have it on Eastern Standard Time. What did you do? She's like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Girl,
did not know. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't have to be in the spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to be in the spotlight. If no one knows that her soft space is ran by Charles, I don't even like saying it. Even when people talk about, like, oh yeah, me and Lani, yeah, I automatically say Lani. I'm just not one of those people.
Okay.
They were like, yeah, Charlie, me and Lani's. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very quick to do that. Even in her absence. So it's not just in front of her thing. So I'm not just trying to make her cringe because she swears to God that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, no, but I mean, yeah, I appreciate it, but I also want people to really know and understand how much work you really do.
It's easy.
Even behind
it's
the
not
scenes.
work, y'all. It's not work.
It's work. I mean, it might not. You might just be good at what you're doing, so it doesn't feel like work. But take somebody like me trying to juggle all of that. No.
I just think that we're on the same level. That's all. But yeah, I'm not big. I'm not big on that. I'm not big on. My friend wants to celebrate the fact that I finished my semester in school.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, girl, I'm only a year. Like, she was telling everybody, y'all, one girl thought I graduated. And I'm like, no, I finished the first year of college. And she was like, the way Janelle was talking. I'm like, yeah, she's very proud. She's more proud than I am. And then I got a 3 point something. She is really like, oh my God. I'm like, y'all, I haven't graduated. I'm not done.
It's still an accomplishment. That's an accomplishment.
I mean, I guess, but
It is.
she is ready to like rent a whole club and bus for it. I'm like, no. So I'm just not really one of those who want to be celebrated. I can be on the back burner and I can sit back. So that's why I went all out today, because of our title. So that people can remember or know to celebrate themselves, because it's important. It's very important. I'm starting to realize that too. As I work on my healing and work on, because y'all know this is a journey. As I work on my healing and the things that I'm doing in life, I am realizing that, you know, it is very important and imperative that we put our time out for ourselves. So, yeah. All right. So let's move on to our soft notes. All right, y'all. So our soft note is, if I viewed my life through the eyes of someone who loves and appreciates me, what accomplishments, strengths, or growth would I be celebrating right now?
I think for me, I would be celebrating starting what I finished, with school, with the book, because it took me a whole lot of tries, especially to get my bachelor's degree. I went back to school. I can't even tell you how many times I went back to school and stopped and then went back, stopped. So I would definitely say starting what I finished. Also, and starting my own practice per se, maybe. Probably that. And for other people, I think they feel that it's worth celebrating when you're juggling a lot of stuff. But my perspective on that is changing. It is really changing because it's a lot and it takes a lot out of you. And so when you're juggling beyond your capacity, really, it's no way you're giving your best to any area, because you're giving a little bit of yourself here, a little bit of yourself there. So other people might feel like that's worth celebrating, but for me, I'm like, no, you need to go back and do some self-reflection on that, because it's a lot. I don't know. I guess in just maybe trying to stay positive, for sure. I think that's worth celebrating, especially in this day and time where everywhere you look is something negative, something is happening, it's tragedy everywhere. So I think I've done better at trying to stay positive and seeing like the good, or trying to focus on that.
I will say, before I answer my question, that celebrating burnout is never good. And I know, especially as women, and then especially as a Black woman, we are celebrated and praised. There is a new catchphrase, Big Mama. You know, like, I'm Big Mama, I do this, da da da. Where we kind of turn the phrase of doing above and beyond and being celebrated for it. I definitely think that people should change. Again, 2 years ago, I would have celebrated and loved the fact that I was doing my big one. But I am now focusing on not doing my big one. My big one is rest.
Yeah.
My big one is, you call me, you ask what I'm doing, I'm in the bed. I'm on my
Yes.
couch,
Yeah.
sleep while Simon tears my house up. That's what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. My big one is hiring a maid. That's my big one. But if I view my life through the eyes of someone else, so if I view my life through the eyes of someone else, I think, like I said, celebrating the fact that I finished my year, because I didn't know that Lani stopped and went, but so did I. Like, it's embarrassing to tell y'all how many times I applied to school, went to school, didn't finish school, didn't finish the semester or the year. Like, let's just say that, I have a lot of student loans that are going to nowhere. Okay. They were a waste of money because I didn't finish the year, and in some cases, the semester. My GPA at some of these schools are horrible because I didn't finish the semester. And I didn't withdraw either. It was just like, I can't do it. All right. So celebrating my year of finishing with I think it's a 3.25 for both semesters. That alone, because I have two children. A 17-year-old and a 2-year-old, and I was working full time as a wine taster the whole semester, and keeping up my house, paying those bills. So yeah, I celebrate that. I need to celebrate that. I need to celebrate the fact that I had a vision as far as this podcast goes. And we are at episode 10. Woo!
Yes.
And we are not easy people to get our schedules together. Our schedule is absolutely the opposite of the other. We have free time to do this. We just don't have free time at the same time. So being able, and we have only missed one due date, and it came out the next day. And it's only because I didn't realize I got my weeks mixed up. So I didn't upload it. But we have not missed the due date but that one time, and y'all still got it the same week, less than 48 hours. So that's amazing. Yeah. Celebrating the fact that I have been focusing on my brand, Healing with Luxury, and letting people know what Healing with Luxury means. And I'm not all the way out there with it. Like, I've been doing it for about a year, but I just haven't been sharing it as much. But I have been being more intentional of getting it out of there. So not only am I getting the podcast out, and I'm posting on social media, and I'm sending stuff for Lani's approval and answering emails when I feel like it. Answering emails when I feel like it and all that good jazz. I'm also building my own brand and working on a project for my own brand. So, and then being a bomb ass mama. I didn't think I had answers to these questions, but as I talk, they are coming. Being a bomb ass mama to a 17-year-old who is a junior in high school. She keep playing she's gonna be a junior next year too, but who's a junior in high school, and a 2-year-old with two different men and two different personalities, and I'm still doing it. And it was May, and both their birthdays is in May. And I rocked the house with no job. Yeah. So that's what I would be celebrating. I mean, obviously, they were paid for it before I lost a job. But it's still, the fact of the matter is I still had to pay some stuff. So, and it was all taken care of. So, yeah. I think those were great.
Yeah.
Kind of proud of myself. Now that I think about it. Because when Lani said the question, I was like, I don't know. I ain't got no answer for that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's 4 right there.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Pretty good. I had to think about what other people would. I had to really think about like what my best friend would say. And I had to think about what Lani might bring up if I didn't bring it up. I literally had to step in their shoes for a second. Yeah. So I think that's it.
Yep.
All right. Y'all don't forget. Get your book. You can go to the link tree in our bio. And it has the link to Lani. I think you can only get the link via website, though. It can't go on the app. And I don't know why. I have been fighting with it for a month. But you can only go through the website to see her link. Or you can just inbox us and we can send it. Because I have it saved and pinned to my shortcuts. So there's that. So yeah, do that. And we will see y'all next time. We'll see y'all 2 weeks with Shanita. With Simply Swan.
Yes.
Which is really, really, really going to be really, really good. So I can't wait for y'all to see that. So see y'all later.
All right. Episode 10. It's a wrap.
Peace.